Hello, lab rats, and welcome back to Alien Isolation. We're almost done with the game. So hi, Skyser. Hello, Thorir. Hi, Zanes. Oh, there's a guy there. Shit, I don't have any medkits. That's actually a problem. Yeah, we should finish it today. There's 3 chapters left. So we're finally trying to get off the station. Oh my god. Oh, the alien's here. That idiot shot his gun. I'm just avoiding it based on where I hear its footsteps coming from. Oh. I forgot to turn on audio. I forgot to turn on desktop audio. Okay, fixed. I'm just avoiding it based on where its footstep sounds are coming from. That had no right to work.
In the face of overwhelming odds, I'm left with only one option. I'm gonna science the shit out of this.
Oh, thank you for the bits! Also, I need to make my sound alerts louder. I don't know why they're so quiet. Also, he just climbed up. Okay, so where are we going, actually? I don't remember what immediately happened that we have to restore power. I know we're finally looking to get onto the ship as a way to get off. As a way to get out of here. And this isn't helpful. Hi, Trifle. Yeah, no one ever uses my sound alerts for some reason. It can't be this, right? This is just where we were. Wasn't it? Yeah, that was just where we were. Aw, thank you. Ara ara. Door power. How do we do that? Like, where am I going? I can hear it crawling around up there. What am I missing? At least I didn't craft a medkit with the stuff I picked up with that dead guy. That was not what I wanted to do. Hi, goblins. Vivi accidentally pulling out the summon tool. Aww. Something in there, I guess, but we can't get in there through here. Thank you for remembering to hydrate. How's it be today? A bit tired. I haven't been sleeping super well. That door requires a passcode I don't have. Wait a second. Aha! Do it fast, do it fast. Like a noisemaker. Assume this will give us the passcode. Hey Myers, my shift's over and I'm clocking off. If you turn up to repair the system in the next 3 hours, I won't be here, so the code you need is 1851. Okay. Yeah, the Sevastopol stuff we've already seen.
You guys took too long down there. I had to power down this facility and take the last transit. We can't afford to keep the sanctuary wide open. All it'll take is one creature to get in and all the supplies and weapons we've taken will come to jack shit. Me and mine are gonna sit this out till the rescue comes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when you started chasing after a ship that'll never come, you broke with the plan. Sinclair out.
1851. Oh no. Oh, thank God, since the power's off, this didn't work. But on the way out, are they gonna sound an alarm? Because there's so many fucking guns on me? Okay, thankfully, no. It's right there. Is it coming this way? No, it's staying out there. Did it see me there? Because it just started running. No. Yeah, I need to go through there now, that door. I'm gonna walk by the door again and the door's gonna open. Well, this is a problem. He's in the vents now. Where did that come from? Oh, I was in the room. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Rip me. I keep forgetting that facehuggers are a thing now. Unexpected pregnancy jump scare. think it's coming. Might as well save here. Wrong gun! I thought I had the flamethrower equipped. God damn it. When did I accidentally switch to the shotgun? Or did I just accidentally have it on the whole time? Is there anywhere to hide in here? Is there anywhere to hide in here? No, there isn't. Maybe here? It's probably going to see me. This sucker just wants to know your makeup routine. Hi, the druid of the gays. I love your name. Oh, the flamethrower definitely alerts the alien. It's just that I picked a gun that wasn't great for dealing with the facehugger. The real scary thing about facehuggers is when you like don't notice them, and which is always just an annoying death rather than like a scary one. And the fact that you have to like alert the alien in order to deal with them. Yeah, I'm aware you can temp stun the alien. People have already told me that in my chat. He's still outside. The alien can absolutely hear. The alien has very good hearing. Oh, it's in the room now. Or not. Oh, it left.
Thank you. here when they were sealing the sanctuary. I don't know what I expected. Maybe they changed their mind and let me in. Maybe they shoot me dead. They shut the door in my face. I can hear movements from the floor below me. I haven't got long. Sinclair and his people have Sevastopol's food supplies and much of its weaponry. But I heard the voices of children too. I'd wondered where the children had gone. Perhaps they can keep these monsters from them. I hope they do.
I like how everyone seemingly knows it's multiple creatures now. Despite them not, like, knowing at all until we realized it was multiple. They know through the live stream. Gonna go see a Gundam movie? Yeah, it's not in theaters where I live, unfortunately. Which is really sad. I heard it's gonna be theaters in the US. I was like, yeah! And then I go and look at what theaters it's showing it, and there are none in my city. The new one. It is a crime.
Torrance to Ripley. Ripley, we're about to move into position for the auto-umbilical dock sequence. We'll be dark on comms until we've matched the decaying orbit of the station and are in position. We're just waiting on you to extend the towing platform clamps. I don't know how you sweet talked me into this.
I have been screening the OG Gundam series on my Discord weekly. Oh. The elevator got stuck! Well, you should join the Discord. That's not good. Will you fuck off? I should use the bolt gun for that. Where does this go? Why is the station suddenly flying out of the sky now? Because Marlowe blew up his ship. And it because he was going to try and kill everyone and the creatures. And then that destroyed the quote-unquote gravity stabilizers of the space station. Orbital stabilizers, yeah.
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station. Abandoned station.
It would make sense if we were in a very low orbit. Did it see me? I don't think so.
Evacuate station. This is not a drill.
We're not in a low enough orbit for the orbit to be unstable. I'm gonna be real here, is the thing. Based on applied narrativium, yeah. Oh, he's right there.
After evacuation, do not re-enter the station until advised to do so by the orbital emergency convener.
I don't think the alien can notice doors. It definitely never has noticed doors. I think it left.
Attend your assigned evacuation point and wait for your synthetic emergency warden.
Stop giving me sensors. I don't need sensors. Yeah, cool.
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station. Abandoned station.
Mendonca, we rounded up everyone we could find and are camped out in the rec room. The security systems we discussed is rigged up, but you won't be able to enter it and get in the old way. We caught a stranger sneaking in. After a couple of hours, he confessed to let him in, and we threw them both out. We've only got limited space and supplies here, and we've got to control who gets in if they want, and they've got to bring something to the table. What you need is in the usual place. I don't want to stay here. 1984. Denver, I'm back with the supplies, but I'm locked out and nobody's answering. What happened? Was there an attack? Literally 1984! That's little things for me to hide in.
Evacuate station. This is not a drill.
Oh, thank God, more flamethrower fuel finally. It's right there. This is like a cartoon. As long as I can't see it, it can't see me. It left!
Emergency. Please attend to your assigned evacuation point and wait for your synthetic emergency warden.
Why did I do that? Okay, go away.
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station. Abandoned station.
Oh my god. Well, I'm out of flamethrower fuel now. The wrong way, but hopefully there's more fuel here. Not, I guess I'll try throwing a Molotov at it. Oh, great.
Evacuate station. Not drill.
I know you can stun it with the shotgun too, so I guess I'll get the shotgun out until I get more flamethrower ammo. Oh, that didn't work! Oh, it did work!
After evacuation,
Ha 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 ha!
station. Tell advised to do so by the orbital emergency convener.
I got an achievement for it too. More flamethrower fuel. Yeah, I hear it. Door locked. Oh, I gotta go through there, don't I? like that. That Molotov working was great. I love that. No, equip the flamethrower. It's weirdly sensitive.
Evacuate station. This is not a drill.
Generator operational. I'm just gonna track the alien. Or not. Oh, here it comes.
After evacuation, do not re-enter the station until advised to do so by the orbital.
No makeup tips for you. Or not.
If you're listening to this, and you're on the team, we've sealed the habitation sanctuary. There's one way in, one way out. I've still got raiding parties coming out to loot supplies and weapons, but it looks like we shut it off just in time. The Seeks and synthetics have started moving away from their stations. I've seen a trail of strangled bodies in public areas. So, be aware. Oh, and if you're listening to this and we're not on the team, don't come find us. We will shoot.
Making some stuff to use up some stuff so I have more space in my inventory. Well, that was scripted.
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station.
Oh, I didn't reload it! Shit, 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 I'm gonna die. Oh no, he left! Well, if it did react to audio logs, you would never listen to any audio logs, right? Oh, time for the monster mouth. Oh, he's right in there.
After evacuation, do not re-enter the station.
Are we going now over there?
Advised to do so by the orbital emergency.
It's comical how well this works. Ah, shit. Yeah, he saw me. Where did he? Did he not see me there? Or is he toying with me? He will pretend not to see you at sometimes, so it can creep up to your location.
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station. Abandoned station.
He left. Interesting. And now he's here again. Go away! Yeah, my teeth aren't rated to deal with movie acid. Only like real acids that actually exist. He left, I'm gonna go for it. Oh! I did not see him. I was confused as to where he was. He actually got me that time. See you, Neo. Nah. I left the room before he came down this time. I went the wrong way?
After evacuation, do not re-enter the station.
What did I miss?
Until advised to do so by the orbital
Aha!
emergency convener.
Talking knee pads, Vivi, oh my god. Because I got my science wrong. But yeah, there's no acid in real life that eats through things that fast. that eats through, like, solid metal objects that quickly. That's just not a thing. Hello? I do have ammo for this. That wasn't enough to scare him off, fuck. Molotov worked, though. Too bad I don't have another. No, it isn't. Slightly different. It's a different but similar room. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, let's try that shotgun. Nope, didn't work. No, this is a different room, as evidenced by the fact that there's an interactable there. I did walk past where I was supposed to go, though. Seems like it's scripted that the alien comes through there and you get caught right here, which is a problem when you don't have any ammo. What? Dropped out of the vent right as I walked by. Okay. Watch, as soon as I go through the door, the alien comes out. Oh, he just spawned in. You can visibly see him spawn in. I like how he just left. Oh, he saw me. The actual canon for where my body's marrow is that they're in is that I have marrow and artificial organoids spread throughout the rib cage. Yeah, it's a cyborg body. And now we start heading back. Or he has the time to get back here. We also equipped the fucking Molotovs. Well, not have them out, because if I have them out, then that would get me detected easily. I did slightly intend for the skin to have like a slightly more unnatural pallor to indicate that like the whole thing is artificial, even if it is like alive. Like it's not a robot body, but it is artificial. But I guess that didn't get communicated properly. But regardless, I like the way it turned out. So. You can see his head poking up. That room we need to get in, and we have no better chance than now. Oh shit, he's gonna... Oh, I killed myself! At least you didn't get me, bitch! Oh, he left. He left early. Where is he now? Nowhere to be found, so we do it now. Oh, he totally saw me there. Or did he? I don't think he did. I killed myself again! Oh, he should. Oh, he totally saw that. Oh, he's still in the room. Damn it. You know what? I have too many of these things. Did he actually fully leave, or is he still creeping around in there? I think he left. Yeah, it feels like in this part of the game, they kind of just like don't leave. They kind of they take absolutely forever to leave if you just hide. So it's not really a viable strategy anymore. He's coming in, but I can get out of here before he shows up. Why can't I pull out my motion sensor? The button is broken. That was a strange glitch. I couldn't do anything. I was pressing buttons and none of them did anything. Interesting. Yeah, fire would still be dangerous. Even if my flesh itself is not particularly flammable.
Emergency. Please attend your assigned evacuation point and wait for your...
I'm gonna be real here that having to go back and do the generator thing felt a little bit like padding. Why must Molotovs use the same resources as medkits?
Orbital stabilizer failure. Abandoned station. Abandoned station.
He dropped down in the vents.
Of the Torrens. I am attempting to dock on the tow platform below your spaceflight terminal. We can take survivors.
Yeah, I was wondering what that little divert in the vents was for, and I realized as soon as he dropped down, oh, it was for him to drop down.
After evacuation, do not re-enter the station until advised to do so by the orbital emergency convener.
I was about to say, can I not go past that? Hey, we were here at the beginning of the game. Okay, I guess I gotta iron torch this open. By the way, if this is supposed to be a plasma torch, that's not how plasma torches work. I keep mentioning this. A plasma torch has a little clamp at the base that you need to attach to whatever you're cutting with it. Because the plasma is just delivering a current, and that's what's heating it up. It's not the plasma itself. The plasma itself is just there to deliver a current and to blow away debris. And in order to deliver a current, you need a closed circuit, so you have a little clamp you attach to the thing you're cutting. We're going out here? I got a prompt. I thought I got a prompt. Or did I not? Confusing. There's a map somewhere in here. Oh! In there.
Verlaine, can you hear me? Are you close enough for radio contact? I'm here!
Oh no, not quite there.
Thank God, I hear you. I need you to extend the operator plans quickly. There are two. Should be close by.
Hey? What the fuck happened here? I hate these. Oh, for once I succeeded. Right, those vents should just go between these places. Someone was hiding in here. Where is the thing? Wait, where's the thing I'm supposed to interact with? Huh? Oh, I'm supposed to follow the cords. That's my guess, at least. Aha! Why do you always stand up when doing that, Ripley? Oh my god, I managed to do it first try for once. Again.
That's it, Ripley. Now use the terminal to extend the docking plan.
Is it above me? I don't see it. Where in the room is it exactly? Oh, there. Oh, you're alive. Damn it.
Verlaine, the docking clamps are engaging.
Where am I going? This way, I think. Yeah, no, not down the way. It's only got one Molotov and no flamethrower ammo. Upper control. Yeah, now that I think about it. Oh, flamethrower fuel. Oh, I almost missed the safe station. Thank you. I was wondering when I would find one of these.
Verlaine, there is no personnel umbilical. It's long gone. What? Wait, I think I can use the maintenance rig instead. If I can find an EVA suit, I can still get to you.
Be careful, Ripley.
This better work. That's it.
Oh, they removed the personnel umbilical? Yeah, EVA is insanely dangerous, and also I keep remarking every time I do it in game that you can't just do it. You can't just like go out on an EVA. Time for more no pre-breathe EVA, yeah. I didn't throw it in time. Also, I didn't need to use the Molotov. I forgot I had flamethrower fuel.
Verlaine, there is no personnel umbilical. It's long gone. What? Wait, I think I can use the maintenance rig instead. If I can find an EVA suit, I can still get to you.
Be careful, Ripley.
That's it.
Yeah, go away, bitch. Lots of forced encounters with xenomorphs here. Oh my god. leave now? Nope. Better than forced encounters with Kaiden! True, though.
Personnel umbilical. It's long gone. Wait, I think I can use the maintenance rig instead. If I can find an EVA suit, I can still get to you.
Be careful, Ripley.
Nope, nothing there.
This better work.
Oh, oops.
That's it.
I just immediately back up. Does it notice me? Yes. Oh no, it saw me. Okay, this is an actually especially annoying sequence when you just don't have any ammo getting here. In some cases, yeah, in this like last section where there's been this many aliens, they have just been annoying. Thank you for the head pats.
Verlaine, there is no personnel umbilical. It's long gone. Wait, I think I can use the maintenance rig instead. If I can find an EVA suit, I can still get to you.
Be careful, Ripley.
I do think I remember hearing years ago that this part isn't great. One easy solution to the game is playing the Universe card by stripping naked, screaming as loud as you can, and chase the aliens. Like, look, there's nothing on the scanner, and then... Hey, look, it drops down immediately, and it knows you're there, no matter where you are. Wait, it didn't see me this time. It didn't see me this time, okay. Through a noisemaker, and let's get going. The rat keeps ratting, yeah. I love how everyone has run away with that one time I called it a fucking rat. Oh my god, there's another one right there! Oh, in fact, there's multiple in this room. I have an idea for how to get out of here. We can't go through there, but we can go through the one over here. But also, because this opens on the other side, we can do this. Well, that was pretty easy. Remember my commentary about how long putting a spacesuit on takes? Not even with pre-breathing? Oh, it's right above her. Yeah. Okay, so what happens now? Why are they rebuilding their nest in a place that's actively on fire? I don't pad my chest. This is 100% my natural boob size. What was even the point of that? Oh, where'd you come from? And yes, this isn't even a joke about my model being natural, but like my actual IRL boob size. Shut the door, goddammit. No, not here. Or is it here I need to go? Oh, it is. Well, this is neat. Even if profoundly unnecessary. It is very over-designed. I didn't even think that needed commenting on. It was just kind of vaguely irritating. Yeah, I was very confused as to... It seemed like that was not set up for them to see me, but then they did see me. Someone should tell the developers of this game they're supposed to spread the padding around instead of having it all at the very end of the game. Yeah, I assume it was a bug if they saw me there, because that really didn't seem like they should see me there. Where am I going? And walk out the way I came in? I think I did. Okay. Where do I go? Oh. No, let me climb down. Yeah, there's a lot of padding in the tutorial. Which works because which kind of works because there's like a tenseness of like, when are you going to see the alien show up? But here it's just... Did I just die? Oh, fuck you, game! What the fuck? Okay, at least there was a checkpoint there. This is like the one time in the game they give you a checkpoint.
Jesus.
Which makes that a little bit less bullshit. I think they realized it was bullshit and decided to give you a free checkpoint. Oh my god. Oh! Interesting.
Too close.
Oh good, now it's Frogger isolation! Oh, I was waiting to see if it came by, but no, it was just scripted so it comes by as soon as you get on the ladder. Yeah, this segment is, like, extremely padding. Like, why is it in the game? We're just trying to do this. We just got, like, all the progress we made in the previous chapter reversed, and we're trying to do it again. And it's like, why? Though. Oh, come on. Nope, can't go that way. This segment also seems incredibly scripted, too. It's gonna fall. What? That was very strange.
Verlaine! Verlaine, are you there? Please tell me!
I thought I lost you. We're being dragged down for Sebastopol. The gravitational pull has twisted the ring and we can't get free from the station.
What do you need me to do?
Get up the airlock and EVA over to the maintenance platform. There are explosive bolts on the emergency release. Hurry! Sebastopol is going fast.
Won't let you down!
Once again, remember my commentary on how long putting a spacesuit on takes. I guess she refuses to put on the one she already got out for some reason? Imagine if there was another alien in the ceiling! Yeah! I was about to say, yeah, I should say. Oh, we're under control now. I can't use my med kit. I sure hope I don't take damage. What would have been funny and comic relief for that previous segment is if there was another alien in the helmet and this time she immediately responded by firing the flamethrower up above her. Whack. You know, these space, similar to the Dead Space 2 vent sections, these space segments are supposed to have tension, but even though xenomorphs can survive in space, you can't encounter them out here because you can't use any of your tools or weapons. And you can't even walk faster than this. So... silicon-based life forms? I think that isn't that a thing they also changed later? About xenomorphs being silicon-based? Because that makes even less sense than most silicon-based organisms in sci-fi. Because how are they getting the silicon by eating people?
I'm here,
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that was thrown out there and then, like, just kind of dropped. Which there are a lot of in Alien. I should have seen more say glass and computers. This is also good the same way Dead Space 2 segments like this were good, where the main character is an engineer who clearly knows what they're doing. And so therefore, instead of having a third party or having the main character themselves explain what they're doing or what you should do, they just use prompts to make it clear, to make it like vaguely clear what you should be doing. And then you just get to watch the main character work. Yeah, they have the orange flash in here, which works. Dead Space 2 did something very similar. Hi, Xenomorph. Hi, Xenomorph. Comical, oh my god. I'm sorry, that was a little bit too cheesy. It wasn't even 3. If you saw at the end, it was like 5 or 6 that were just standing there posing menacingly.
Verlaine, I'm on my way up to the bridge.
Is there a xenomorph on the ship? Also, hey, we're at the beginning of the game again. You can see how they tried to make how this tile set is very similar to the one used on the Sevastopol, but they tried to make it slightly different to like distinguish the environment, which I do like.
Verlaine?
Hi. Oh my god, is this a quick time event? It is! This is the only quick time event in the game? What? I mean, it was very obvious they were going to do that. Oh, and that's the end of the game. Okay. That ended faster than I expected. Yeah, that whole entire last sequence is really dumb. What? Yeah, that game was really, really good up until the final sequence where it kind of shit the bed. I assume it killed the people on the ship.
This is Ripley.
Okay, so final thoughts. This game was really, really good, except for the end sequence, which felt wholly unnecessary. Felt like over an hour of wholly unnecessary padding. And the end of the game is the worst place to pad because it ruins the tension of the climax. What game's next? Oh, well, I'm probably going to be playing Monster Hunter during this exact time slot. As of next week. I'm playing it on Saturday and Sunday too, but I'm probably going to be playing it on Wednesdays. Either that or I'll move the Mass Effect streams to Wednesdays and do Monster Hunter on Tuesdays, which might work better with, like, because I was going to try and place it with T-Rex sometimes. And she will be playing, and she does not normally stream on Wednesdays, but she does on Tuesdays. Oh, T is great. Yeah, I love her. What else should I do now that the game is over? Because I don't want to end stream.
With a little luck.
What is it with... By the way, what is it with alien games and having and being really good but having shitty endings? Because this is exactly the same thing that happened with Dark Descent, where the last part of the game was like an hour of wholly unnecessary padding, and then the ending didn't make any sense. Tradition.
This is Ripley. Signing off.
I wouldn't even say that, Crick, because, like, if that entire last section had been cut and she just got on the ship and then the alien was there, then that would have been a better ending without the padding. And would have still achieved the exact same outcome. And also its mechanics were already starting to kind of overstay their welcome before then. Like, I noticed in the last few sections that they kept just, in order to try and make it harder, because by that point you'll have figured out the xenomorph, they just kind of made it arbitrarily stick around near your exact location way longer in a way that made encounters just really annoying. Because, like, last stream, I had a bunch of times where the alien was just standing where I needed to go, and there was no way past it, so I was just, like, waiting there for, like, 5 minutes for him to leave, so I could progress the game. Like, some of the time that was me being a bit too much of a coward and over relying on just hiding until it leaves. But sometimes it was like literally just standing in the way, and there was nothing, and there was no way past it. You missed the end? Don't worry, it was terrible. It sucked ass, actually. Ow. Yeah, but I really liked this game. I really, really liked this game. Oh! Oh, I know what to also do, which is that people told me to look up speedruns for this game because the speedruns apparently totally break it. Break the aliens AI in funny ways. Let me go find a speedrun for this game. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe playing Civ. Yeah, this game is very buggy, as you've seen in these streams. I still think the funniest bug I encountered was the one where the cutscene played at the wrong time, causing me to teleport into space. I also feel like they kind of used the flamethrower as a design crutch near the end there, where, like, a lot of encounters felt like there really wasn't a way out without alerting the alien to your presence and just using the flamethrower to make it go away. Which causes problems when the flamethrower has very limited ammo. But overall, again, this game is really good. I do recommend it. And I do like how unpredictable the alien is, because it also means that even if you, like, watch something like my streams, then you will have novel experiences with the alien. Yeah, I'll admit, like, for that, like, whole hour-long ending sequence, I was just like, okay, when is the game gonna be over? Okay, when is the game gonna be over? Okay, when is the game gonna be over? I wasn't, like, looking forward to more gameplay or anything. I was like, okay, we can finish the game now. Okay, you can have the game be over now, please. So I am going to go look up speedrun. Because people told me to look at that.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, let me close the game too. So I don't have the theme playing in the background. Okay.
My name's Tomato Anus, also known as Millimeter Peter, and today we're going over a segmented
Also, yeah, go.
Alien Isolation.
I don't want to
just
be.
How the world record.
I don't want to come across as a content stealer. So like, go follow, go subscribe to Tomato Anus. I love his videos. He's great, actually. I watch his videos all the time.
Holder Zeb beats the game in 22 minutes. Zeb put together this run special for this video, and he and another Alien Isolation community member named Infomaster also helped with writing the script to make sure it's all as accurate as possible. Alien Isolation came out in 2014. Wait,
in fact, let me
oh my God, this
post.
game came out in 2014. Gee.
Let me post the link.
Jesus fuck. Alien Isolation came out in 2014, and in it, you play as Amanda Ripley, who's on a quest to find out what happened to her mama, but in the process, ends up doing an alien. For moviegoers like myself, this game takes place between the events of Alien and Aliens. So as Mission 1 begins, Zeb holds forward and right and spams interact to insert a keycard the instant the prompt shows up. Important to note, Zeb has mouse wheel down bound to interact and mouse wheel up bound to crouch. This first mission is an introduction to controls. You mostly walk around and talk to various crew members to get to know them as the player. Up ahead, Zeb will get dressed at a locker and he'll hold backwards while getting dressed so that he starts moving a bit early and saves a little time. He'll then take a tight line around some corners and down the hallway.
Yeah, it's very funny because he shows up at AGDQ regularly, and because this has to be family friendly, they have to like censor his name. It's really funny.
Samuels. There he'll walk into Samuel's room to trigger the dialogue and immediately back out of the room to get out of range of Samuels so he stops talking, before then moving back right next to the dialogue trigger but just outside of it. Initiating his dialogue and leaving the trigger causes Samuels to stop talking, and after a bit his AI resets. Not like his canonical Android AI, but his in-game AI refreshes.
Yeah, they call him
which you can see
Tomato.
by him
They call him
pulling a
Tomato
tablet out of a
Angus.
pocket dimension. Once Samuels resets, Zeb will walk back into the dialogue trigger, making Samuels say his dialogue again, but it skips to his last line and saves roughly 6 seconds. He has to wait for Samuels to finish the line before he can leave the area, so he kills some time by bouncing on and through Samuels' D, which is a piece of tech I'll cover in a bit. Previously on Tomato Anus.
I'm having an existential crisis. I'm actually here to make amends. Hey, Minnesota guy, back from time traveling. Wait, who's this?
Oh, hey, Chicago guy. This is Gavin Chainsaw Hands. Long story short, we had beef, but we just buried the hatchet.
Can I move in with you guys?
Real quick house meeting, Chicago guy?
Yeah. I'm down if you are.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, wait, real quick. Have you heard of World of Warships, the free-to-play naval-themed vehicle combat game that's free-to-play on PC? I know you love vehicle combat.
I do love vehicle combat.
I know you also love new content, and they release it every month, like new
I'm just gonna skip this.
Leave and Samuel. So Zeb will leave the room when he hears a specific part of Samuel's dialogue that sounds like this. This indicates the line is ending and it's okay to leave. And worth noting that this run is done with the Italian dialogue.
Oh yeah,
Italian
I vaguely
is the
remember
fastest
that.
language to play
Yeah, I
because it
recognize
has
that
the
as
fastest dialogue, with
fucking
French being second
Italian.
fastest. Zeb's now approaching an NPC named Taylor, who he's going to do another dialogue skip with in the same fashion. He walks up to hit the trigger for the dialogue, then backs up so that the subtitles are lined up with the bottom of this silver part of the floor, putting him just out of range so the dialogue gets stopped.
Italians speak
until his
faster.
crosshair is just before an imaginary line that you can draw between the top of these two rectangles on the ground, which puts him just before Taylor's trigger. He lines up his crosshair on another imaginary line at the midway point of the top portion of this door, and as soon as the door starts closing and passes his crosshair, he's going to walk forward to the door and look down. As soon as the door opens and passes his crosshair again, he walks backwards to hit Taylor's trigger right as she resets, causing the last line of her dialogue to play, saving around 26 seconds. Zeb waits for the objective to update before exiting the door to not cancel the dialogue, and heads down.
The average bit rate of human speech is relatively constant across languages because the actual cognitive bottleneck in language processing is not extracting the information from speech or like putting the information into words. It is like composing the information or analyzing the information. So if a language conveys less information per syllable, then the speakers of that language will just speak faster.
Down the hall to check to see where Samuels is at, since Samuels is supposed to walk this way and there's variance to where he can be. Zeb is going to walk ahead of Samuels and for Samuels so that he doesn't have to stop and wait for it to open. Then heads a bit more down the hall to a second time for Samuels. The only thing that's left to do now in Mission 1 is annoy Connor, an NPC who, because of the sequence breaks Zeb is going to be doing, has one line of dialogue in the entire run,
Which, like, one example I can point to is Japanese versus Chinese. Japanese has a much lower amount of information per syllable than English. So if you, like, listen to Japanese people speak, they speak, like, insanely fast. But Chinese has actually a much larger amount of information per syllable than English. Almost all Chinese words are one syllable long, if they're not compound words. So Chinese speakers speak, like, noticeably slower than English speakers.
Before he dies. One line of dialogue and then dying. That's how I want to go. Actually, that's a lie. I've said for over a decade that I want to go out by being hit by a blimp. Not like a blimp crashing into the ground and killing me in the process. Just me walking down the road and a blimp flies really low behind me and hits me from behind and flies away. No other casualties. That's the dream. Zeb is going to interact with the prompt to finish this mission as soon as it becomes available. He doesn't spam the prompt though, since that can cause a minor soft block and lose a few seconds. So the game normally takes place over the span of 18 missions, but in this speedrun, there's going to be some major sequence breaks. You see all these missions here? Cut it! Cut that garbage! Zeb is going to be skipping a ton of missions in this run, so the only ones he's actually going to play through are these. More on how he actually skips these missions in a bit. Also, if you'd prefer a run that doesn't skip all this, I've linked the 2-hour, 28-minute world record of the all missions category by Shuriko in the description. Also, this run was brought to you by my patrons. Thank you, patrons. They voted on and selected this run to be covered on the channel, which is something you can participate in as well by
you gotta come up with
Patreon.com/tomatoings,
some way to amuse yourself while waiting
more
for
on that at the end of the video.
sequences like that in
So after
speedruns.
skipping the cutscene between missions, Amanda Ripley is now on the Sevastopol, a ship that's believed to contain the flight recorder from her mother's ship, meaning if she can find the flight recorder, she can have closure regarding her mother. Zeb's main objective for mission 2 is to get to a tram as fast as possible, and right away he takes the spacesuit off since he can't progress with it on. He holds back and right while taking off what he once wore to quickly activate and go through a grocery store motion door where he'll walk a bit before looking to the floor to ignore a trigger for an explosion jump scare. That was supposed to say jump scare. After looking down, he's then going to enter and waddle through a vent to progress through the area. This vent is super linear, so he mostly just focuses on his lines here and being tight around the corners. Outside the vent, he's going to walk across a metal Little League bleacher seat to cross a gap, and he'll look down while doing so and crouch the moment his crosshair crosses a dark spot. The dark spot is a visual cue for when he hits a cutscene trigger where Ripley falls, and crouching before entering the cutscene causes him to technically be crouched during the cutscene and then exit the cutscene crouch.
Isn't there a bug in Half-Life 2 where you just like rub a physics object on like the wheel of an APC and it loses all gravity, and if you touch the object you then lose all gravity and you can fly?
This loses a bit of time,
which sounds like the kind of bug somebody would make up.
Immediately sprint after the cutscene, but it makes up the time it loses and then some when he crouches to go through a TSA baggage check after rounding a corner, since Ripley won't do her typical pause for a moment after crouching. This is because he was crouched for longer than 1 second as the cutscene played out, and being crouched for 1 second or longer gives you the pre-crouch state where you can immediately crouch/slide under objects. He's gonna pre-crouch before pretty much any time he enters a vent or low crouch space. So Zeb grabbed a flare right after the cutscene, with there being a guaranteed flare spawn where he gained control, and through the run he's looking for flares and shotgun shells to spawn in random item spawn locations. At the bottom of this ladder was a random spawn that didn't have either, and the room at the top has 2 random spawns that also ended up having neither flare nor shell. Finding a shotgun shell in this category is like getting a Snapchat from a girl as a speedrunner. It rarely happens, but is incredibly valuable and treasured. I'm back, bitches. Term of endearment. So here Zeb is supposed to interact with a generator and a terminal to open a door, but instead he's going to use the main glitch of the run. Crouch clipping, CC for short. So when you crouch up and down, for some reason, your position gets displaced, and spamming crouch up and down allows you to clip and phase through some walls and doors like you're a character in a movie no one saw. Pretty much you hump the door and the door lets you through. Crouch clipping is kinda a rhythm thing. It's not just scrolling the mouse wheel as fast as you possibly can. And each door has a different scroll speed required to clip through. This specific CC skips the generator and terminal I mentioned and saves 15 seconds, but we're going to be saving a lot more time with them very soon. 2 things worth mentioning. Before he humps this specific door, there's an invisible barrier that's in the way that only disappears after this line of Ripley's ends and the objective updates, so Zeb has to wait for that before clipping. The second thing is that while he waits for this line to end, he's going to crouch to set up another pre-crouch in the second or so it takes for the invisible barrier to disappear. He has to set up another pre-crouch because pre-crouches kind of build build up like charges. He set up pre-crouch earlier during that falling cutscene, but then expended the charge when he went through TSA. So here he sets it up again while waiting for the barrier to disappear so that when he begins to CC, he doesn't stop moving for a moment. This CC saves around 15 seconds and is one of the hardest clips in the entire game, but for this run, Zeb got an insanely clean clip on it, getting through the door around a second faster than a typical good clip. He runs past this wire which has a chance to zap him, but getting zapped is alright since he can heal later on with a med kit. He checks for flares and shells here, finding none, and clips through this door's gap as it opens. He hangs a right here and then does 2 CCs in a row on some doors, which are considered to be 2 of the easiest clips in the entire game. They're what new runners start with when they're learning crouch clipping. Quick, remember where we are, remember where we are. Up these stairs, he'll clip through a shutter between the O and U and the word out. This puts him out of bounds on top of part of the level, where he drops in a specific spot to hit a trigger to activate a cutscene, skipping him to near the end of the mission. He leans to the side while falling, since leaning cancels out all fall damage. Also, that clip combined with the 2 right before it save over 9 minutes, skipping most of this mission. So he's now waiting for a tram to arrive and the mission to come to a close, which normally takes around 1 minute and 5 seconds, but there's actually variation in how long it can take to arrive, so lots of any percent runs are just sitting and praying for fast tram times, which according to Zeb is what he does best. While waiting, he shows off a little gimmick where he can move and lean at the same time by leaning while attempting to ignite a flare. Anyway, I know it's pretty early in the video to be doing this, but while he waits for the tram, I'd just like to say, as always, that I hope you're all doing well. If you're not, then please remember, as always, that no feeling is final. How you're feeling is not definitive, and you will not feel that way the rest of your life, nor are you defined by those
There are
feelings.
like a couple places,
Feelings
I think,
of
where you can
dread
naturally
or
take fall
despair
damage, which
are
is like if you just
where
like fall down
and not
on the
who
place
you
you're supposed to
are.
climb a ladder.
There is a tomorrow, and whatever you're going through cannot take that away from you. You are so much stronger than you know or give yourself credit for, and whatever you're facing, you can get through it. Back to the run, as soon as he's able to, Zeb CCs through the doors as they open like there's a Black Friday sale happening in the tram, which brings him to the next mission. When he loads into mission 3, he's going to
still feels kind of
while waiting for
unnecessary.
the tram doors to open. So Zeb had to do all of mission 2 since getting to the end of that mission is the fastest way to gain access to other areas of the game. At the start of mission 3, you can call trams to other areas in the game, which Zeb will do right away with a tram to Solomon's Habitation Tower, which is an area you normally head to after mission 10. While he waits for the tram to arrive, he's going to do a quick loop to take a brace off a door and check a body.
I tried speedrunning once, but then like my sense of direction, as y'all have seen.
He'll use the medkit right away to top off his health while waiting for the tram, since he done got zapped by that wire earlier. So, like I mentioned, he's taking a tram to an area that he's normally not supposed to go to until way later.
Like
in the
I get
game.
lost.
He's mainly going to this area to get a shotgun, since he needs a weapon for dealing with facehuggers later. Going to this mission 10/11 area this early is something you're able to do casually. You can go there really at any time, except you're typically just stuck in an area hub that's gated off from the rest of the level by closed doors. That's where crouch clipping comes in. Normally when you CC, you really don't scroll for long, mostly just short scroll bursts. In this area though, he has to clip through a shutter with an invisible wall in front of it, so 2 back-to-back clips, and clipping through both the invisible wall and the shutter requires a longer scroll. He's going to stand next to some Samsonites and move parallel to the shutter while scrolling to slowly clip through the invisible wall, and then is able to turn past the luggage and continue clipping to get through this shutter into the mission 11 area. Having free scroll on your mouse really helps with this, but you can also roll your mouse upside down, which is something referred to as the race car or the Aussie strat. This clip is pretty awkward to perform. Also, he holds forward and right, which gives him a smoother exit to the clip once he gets through the shutter. Zeb is technically out of bounds despite it all being loaded. This area shouldn't be accessible right now. Just up here, he clips through a grate, which is the easiest thing to clip through in the entire game. Through the grate, he's now on his way to an elevator that he'll ride to the space.
That reminds me of a really funny challenge run of Baldur's Gate 3 that was like beating the game without anyone ever seeing the player character. Not enemies never seeing the player character, but anyone.
Flight terminal. Funny enough, the spaceflight terminal is part of mission 2, which he skipped when he clipped out of bounds and dropped into the trigger. But it's only because he's now finished mission 2 that the game has progressed to a point where a shotgun is now spawned in that area. Going to this area and getting this shotgun is something you're supposed to do in mission 11, so right now he's already sequence breaking the game, but hold on to your pantaloons because it's going to break a lot more very soon. Here Zeb crouches a few steps before this door, so he pre-crouches and is able to clip through with CC. If you don't pre-crouch, then you don't phase through the wall, you just dither up and down. Through this door on the left, he's going to pick up the shotgun through some fencing to warp to it and grab it without needing to walk the extra 3 steps around the corner. Neat little optimization. Now equipped with a weapon for the facehuggers later, he'll begin making his way farther back into this area, heading towards the main Mission 2 area that he was in earlier. Remember when I said 4 minutes and 20 seconds ago to remember where we were?
Quick, remember where we are. Remember where we are.
Well, around the corner up here, he's going to be in a hallway where he'll climb under and through some objects, and at the end of that hallway, he's going to be at the T intersection that he was at when I told you to remember where we were. There he's going to clip through one of the doors he clipped through earlier to get back to the concourse looking area. In that area is a door he passed by earlier that he's now going to clip through, which will lead him to Mission 18. You can actually head straight to Mission 18 from Mission 2, but there's no known way to get through Mission 18 without some sort of item to kill the facehuggers. This is why he finished Mission 2, so that a shotgun would spawn, which he then picked up while returning to the Mission 2 area to get to Mission 18. So after kicking the frick out of this garbage can, he runs up to a door ahead while lighting a flare. After performing the difficult CC through this door ahead, he'll be confronted with another door right after that he's going to CC through as well, which is the most difficult clip in the entire run. That is, unless you throw a flare down at the base of the door. For some reason, that makes this clip like butter when it's normally insanely hard, and no one is too sure why. The clip put him into an elevator, which brings him straight to Mission 18. The game automatically assumes that you've completed everything through Mission 17, and you're put straight into Mission 18, complete with now having Mission 18 objectives. So pretty much in the story of the game, Ripley arrived to the Sevastopol looking for the flight recorder, and after going for an elevator ride in her search, the station is falling apart and there's now fire everywhere. Also, there's aliens on board. And she skipped the flight recorder. Here he's going to run up to some terminals and do a specific lineup while inching forward and spamming interact, which sort of clips him into being able to interact with the terminal despite not having a tuner. He spams inputs after finishing, which makes Ripley put away the tuner earlier, and from this point on, the alien in the level is active. Take note of how Zeb is strafing right as he moves to this other terminal he has to hack via a similar clipping method that he just did. The strafing is something called silent running, which is the piece of tech that's most easily abusable in casual playthroughs. Due to an unfinished animation with Ripley's character model, if you strafe right and walk, your footsteps don't make noise, and you can run without noise if you strafe right while running and tapping crouch periodically. Side note, Zeb walks while passing the working Joe on the ground and looks at it, since if it's not on screen at all when you're near it, it grabs you and you lose time. Anyway, silent running absolutely trivializes the game as the alien can no longer hear you and getting around is easier, meaning that you don't linger in areas as much with the alien searching for you and the alien never gets too aggressive. So in order to gain access to the full map, Zeb has to activate a terminal identical to the one he just did, which he's silent running to right now. Once he activates this terminal, 2 aliens spawn in the map, one who has a long scripted animation and one who has a short scripted animation and then lingers downstairs. He now has to head back downstairs and will pass
someone told me about that earlier.
Who isn't active yet and you can just sprint past. Zeb is normal running here, and when he gets near the bottom of the stairwell, he begins silent running and taking a very tight line to go around the pathing of the downstairs alien, which is currently running past him to go upstairs where it last heard him. This causes the 2 aliens to crash into each other like the North Tower hit the South Tower. Wait, that doesn't make sense. When he interacts with this lever here, the aliens, which the speedrunning community referred to as Steves, despawn in the level, so if he's made it to this point, he's safe, although there is a scripted jump scare here. This brings us to a stretch of the run that Zeb described to me as, quote, the most depressing, god-awful part in speedrunning ever, unquote. I'm gonna pause for a moment to set the stage for this part of the run because...
yeah, that was the part we were complaining about.
So we're in the final mission, Mission 18, which getting
to
on
9 out of 11
is difficult enough. Keep in mind through the run, Zeb has had to do multiple crouch clips, with some being incredibly difficult, and has also had tight windows on things like getting the lineup just right for hacking without the tuner, which, if failed, would require restarting the mission. So getting to this point in the run alone is already incredibly difficult, and to do so on world record pace is even nuttier. I don't like to be hyperbolic, but man, is what Zeb about to speedrun one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen. To start, you're able to move forward while the screen is black while you're gaining control during the scripted cutscene. If you move forward, you can bump into a nearby egg, which spawns a facehugger, which kills you during the black screen. So if you're not focusing right off the bat, you'll just get the black screen followed by a death screen. After he gains control, he's going to grab a nearby flare for something later on, and that flare, it typically spawns, but not always, and then he's going to take out his shotgun as some facehuggers round a corner at him. It's the facehuggers that make this mission so horrible. If you look right here, Zeb only has 4 shotgun shells, which is the normal amount of shotgun shells to have at this point. The shotgun only comes with 4 shells, and while you can technically find more throughout the run, in his hundreds of attempts of this category, Zeb has only found additional shells a handful of times. Like, literal handful. So you typically only have 4 shots, and you have 6 facehuggers to kill, and you have to kill all of them. The first 2 facehuggers come at him down this corridor, and he has to kill both of them with 1 shot. Only issue is that they aren't guaranteed to be near each other and killable in 1 shot. How neat is that? They often like to spread out and just make it impossible to hit them both with 1 shot due to how narrow the shotgun spread is. So if that happens, the run is over. So not only do you have to get super lucky with the facehuggers grouping up at one point, but you also have to time and land the shot during the short window where the facehuggers group up. Zeb is going to look to try and kill them when they're passing this egg, since if they converge, it'll usually be around there. These huggers aren't even the bad part though. This is just the beginning. If Zeb is able to clear out these facehuggers just fine, then once he crosses this point on the ground, another facehugger is going to spawn at a random point of time. Zeb is going to listen for the facehugger screech, which is the indication that it's spawned. Ideally, he hears it when he's passing through this doorway, with anything after that being considered a late spawn. Zeb intends to use this random spawning facehugger for something called a hugger boost, and if it spawns too late, then he has to stop and wait for it to catch up. So if you're in a confined space like a vent or this pathway Zeb has to crouch through, and a facehugger tries to latch onto you from behind, then you get pushed forward. The huggers have collision and they want to latch onto your face, so if they latch from behind, they move forward trying to get to your face as part of their attack animation. Because they have collision though, you get pushed forward really fast until they appear in front of you and complete their attack animation, killing you. Zeb plans to do a hugger boost here to save a few seconds of walking, but he has to be sure to kill it before it completes its attack. This means that he has to hit it with a shotgun blast during these few frames where it's on screen. Like, this is those few frames at full speed. This is how short of a span Zeb has to land the shot. To time it out, he'll click to shoot while the boost is happening, which hopefully times it out so that the shot actually comes out while the hugger is on screen. Zeb said to me that he doesn't really have a concrete timing to this. He mostly just clicks during the boost and prays that the timing is correct. You may be thinking, wow, how wildly irresponsible of this world record speedrunner, relying on the power of prayer rather than figuring out and perfecting the required execution to properly time this shot every time. And I'd agree with you if it weren't for the fact that there's so much that can go wrong with this hugger boost. The hugger can be too fast, which causes you to boost just like a centimeter. This throws off the timing of the shot. The hugger can be too slow, which makes you boost into the flames and die. This also throws off the timing of the shot, but you're also on fire. The hugger can boost you into an object with collision, making you unable to shoot. This, there's no shot at all. This and more run-ending possibilities are possible for you too if you run Alien Isolation any %. Call me right now, please. The strat is just janky overall. Also, Zeb is going to make sure he's aiming relatively up, since if you aim lower, the hugger will try to reach where you're aiming but gets blocked by the collision of the floor, putting it above where you're aiming. So say you're able to kill the 2 facehuggers at the start with 1 shot, and kill the facehugger after the boost. That's 3 facehuggers down with 3 to go, but only 2 shots remaining. The next hugger spawns shortly after where you end up with the hugger boost, and Zeb's goal is to look
we
up
finished
and
the game
right
early,
and
so I'm
shoot the
looking at
hugger
a
while it's
speedrun.
up there. Like I mentioned earlier, huggers have collision, and if you kill one in front of you, there's a chance its dead body can block your path. So if Zeb makes it to this hugger, he looks up and right so that the hugger tries to latch onto his face coming from that direction. So that way when he tries to kill it, it's out of his way over there. If you're able to make it this far, as Zeb puts it, you've got half the battle done, because killing the last 2 facehuggers with 1 shotgun shell is that tough. They're by far the most luck-dependent part of this entire run. But they're not for a bit, so let's see how this segment with the first 4 huggers played out for Zeb. So after the 4th hugger, Zeb throws a flare ahead to a spot where 2 Steves are supposed to appear, and you hide until they go away. Throwing the flare or firing a weapon in a specific window causes the 2nd Steve to not drop down, and Zeb can then just sprint past the 1st Steve while it's completing a 20 or second so animation. In 26 seconds, he'll clip through a ladder instead of climbing down it, since ladders are kind of like walls if you think about it.
When did he
hard
start
enough.
calling
And
them
similar to earlier,
Steves?
he leans as soon as he clips through to negate fall damage. If you don't lean within half a second of starting to fall, then you enter the falling animation and die. This trick is a big hurdle for newer runners since clips are unreliable with how fast they happen, so you have to be ready to lean within half a second of starting to clip or even 5 seconds after starting to clip, and also because new runners won't know exactly where the clip works at on the ladder until they practice enough. Up here, he'll bury himself in a corner on the right while a tram passes by, both making sure the tram doesn't kill him and putting him closer to the path he has to take. Also, this spaceship is big enough to have a tram in it? What the fuck? Zeb is trying to move smoothly despite difficult terrain and cuts across to the left here to keep moving and not wait for this tram to pass. He's then going to drop down into a hole in the ground and begin climbing up the ladder to get out, which initiates a scripted moment of Ripley almost going the way of someone who climbed a fence at an amusement park. After he climbs up the ladder is then the most horrible part of the run, the other 2 face huggers. When he climbs into a vent ahead, the final 2 huggers will come whipping around a corner, but they tend to come out at different rates and like to get spread apart. It's entirely luck based. If the face huggers don't come out together, then the run is dead on the spot and you may as well reset when you see just one face hugger around the corner. Plus, even when they do come out together, you have to aim and shoot in a specific spot, so even with good spawns, you have to just hope you hit your mark. So keep in mind that in order to get a world record pace run in this category, you have to get everything else I've gone over so far on world record pace, and then you have to get the luck of something that took 15 minutes of straight attempts to get once. Here Zeb CCs into the ladder instead of grabbing it, causing him to hit the scripted fall trigger slightly faster than if he interacted with the ladder. This trick also took several attempts for Zeb to get, and pretty much from where the huggers first made an appearance to now, the past 2 or 3 minutes of the run is where most runs die. Nothing like an insanely optimized speedrun where the game throws a million possible things at you 15 minutes in. So there's a gimmick swag strat up here where Zeb is able to defy all laws of how space works. Before putting on a spacesuit up ahead, he's going to light a flare in a small timing window, letting him have a flare lit in the vacuum of beyond. You can actually do this trick with a Molotov as well, and getting it actually loses a fraction of a second, so it's really just style points. You know what? I've been lying this whole time. You're not watching Alien Isolation, you're actually watching live footage of the start of the next Olympic torch relay. This entire spacewalk has no luck elements, thankfully. It's just a very slow walk to the end of the game to the final.
Also, sorry, I'm out of sneezes for the ads.
I assure you though, there is more speed tech coming up that can derail a world record run. While he makes his way there, I want to say thank you to
see the flare burning in space! I want to pause while the ads run. I want to pause while the ads run. Yeah, the flare burning in space is really funny. I mean, you could do that if you have the oxidizer bundled with the fuel for the flare. In fact, I think a lot of flares do. Honey SRB flare. Yeah, that's how they burn. That's how flares that burn underwater work. So how bright a fire is doesn't necessarily correlate. Well, it correlates, but it doesn't it isn't like a 100% link with how much energy is being produced by the flame. Because most of a fire's energy is released in the infrared. And certain things, when they burn, release more or less of their energy in the visible spectrum. So by using things that release more energy in the visible spectrum, you can get a brighter fire without like actually having it be hotter. And also, of course, if you have oxidizer packaged with your fuel, then it's going to burn faster anyways, and therefore burn hotter. It'll just burn. It will just run out faster.
My patrons. They're the ones who voted to make this video a reality, which is something you can do as well at patreon.com/tomatoanus. For as little as $3 a month, you get your name in the credits of videos like...
Yeah, almost, yeah, when methanol burns, very, very little of the electromagnetic energy it releases is in the form of visible light. So the fire is more or less invisible.
This, as well as updates on videos in production and the ability to suggest and vote on future runs to be covered. Moving forward, I'm planning on having either every other or every third video be chosen by patrons via a vote. It'll likely depend on the length of the runs chosen for how often this happens. But anyway, if you're a patron, you're able to suggest runs when this happens, and then every patron gets to vote for which ones they want to see most, like what happened with this Alien Isolation run. There's more available on Patreon as well, like if you support at the $6 tier, you also get access to monthly live Q&As, as well as a series where once a month, I watch an old video of mine and break down everything I think the video did and didn't do well, and take notes in the process, trying to improve the videos I make today by looking at the videos I made in the past. Honestly, I've learned a lot by doing that series, and a lot of what I've taken notes on,
His emotional
I've applied
support
to
message
videos
is
like
always
this
neat.
one. Also, there's a $9 tier as well, which gets you access to everything I just talked about, as well as a monthly recap where I talk about pretty much everything that went on behind the scenes each month and my thoughts on things with videos. Contributing any amount of money, though, is entirely unnecessary, which is what makes those of you who do support the channel monetarily that much more special. So thank you again, all of you who are patrons. And don't forget to join my Discord server. It's super chill and inclusive there. We're just trying to have a good time. Back to the run. In the story of the game, we arrived to the Sevastopol to find the flight recorder, and after going on the elevator ride earlier, the station began falling apart with fire everywhere. And don't forget there's also aliens. We as Ripley have said, you know what, I think the closure isn't worth the hassle, and we're immediately trying to escape. The terminals Zeb hacked earlier were for docking the Torrens to the Sevastopol, and he's now on his way to detach the Torrens from the Sevastopol to escape. To finish up the run, he's going to try and do a skip called double pins. Zeb has 2 panels he has to activate via switches and keycards, which will spawn a briefcase with 4 pins in it that he has to activate, starting with the 2 on top. These pins are what will detach the Torrens from the Sevastopol. The prompts to activate the 2 top pins are both active at the same time, so what he's going to try and do is look at 1 and tap E to activate it, and the instant he taps E, he'll flick his camera to the right to the other pin. If done right and fast enough, this activates and plays the animation of both pins at the same time. The bottom pins will become interactable once both top pins are finished, so regardless of if he hits the first double pin, he's going to try and do it a second time on the bottom pins. Each double pin saves 15 seconds, meaning that there's a potential 30-second skill-based time loss near the very end of the run, which, side note, isn't the last potential time loss of the run, there's more after it. Double pins isn't a terribly difficult trick, but it's not uncommon to fail due to the nerves of making it this far in a run. After all 4 pins, a cutscene starts where Ripley is confronted by 3 Steves, but she's able to secure herself to a rail and detach the Torrens in time. This will lead to a short section where Ripley has made it inside the Torrens and can rest easy. During the walking segment then, there's a potential glitch that can happen where you walk faster, saving 8.9 seconds. It's totally unknown why this happens, and seems to be completely luck-based whether you get it. So you could potentially have done everything perfect and had incredible facehugger luck all run, and then you lose almost 9 seconds here just based on a coin toss. For example, Zeb has done 2 runs that are faster than his world record, but they didn't have fast walk, so they're slower than the record overall. Unfortunately, what you're seeing right now is the slow walk. Zeb wasn't able to get the fast walk. At the end of the hallway, he'll open a door to see that a Steve has made it on board, just like when a Steve has hit the second tower. There we go, got it that time, I guess.
Oh my god.
This causes a quick time event to play where Zeb is just going to hold down all the buttons in advance, causing the prompts to not even appear. The run officially ends when the screen cuts to black at the end of this moment. While this plays out, I'd like to give a huge thank you to both Zeb and Infomaster for helping make this
being
video.
a quick time event was so whack. It's the only quick time event in the entire game.
Like this one, and the 2 of them made making this video that much more enjoyable. Zeb also had this to say about this speedrun category. Wow. inspiring. So thank you to Zeb for recording the run for this video, and thank you from the bottom of my heart to Zeb and Infomaster for helping make this video possible. If you want to learn more about Alien Isolation speedruns, or maybe learn a more reasonable to complete category for yourself like all missions, then head on over to speedrun.com and use that search bar. They have a super helpful Discord server that you can join from there, and I'm sure they would love to answer
Only
any
2 out of
questions
3
you have. That's all for this video,
towers.
though. This was an any percent speedrun of Alien Isolation.
God.
I've been Tomato Anus, and I hope you have an above average day.
Okay, we're gonna raid out. In fact, okay, we're gonna raid out. In fact, okay, we're gonna raid out. In fact, ooh, I haven't had a chance to raid Phoebe Bane yet. He's playing Dungeon. I haven't had a chance to raid Phoebe Bane yet. Ooh, she's doing Pathfinder stuff. I haven't had a chance to raid. Well, I forgot to turn off desktop audio capture. Okay, join my Discord. There's lots of cool stuff that happens there. I will see you on Friday for regularly scheduled Nebulous Fleet Command stream. And we're going to raid Phoebe. Our message is just going to be, hi, Phoebe. I will see you all on Friday. Good night.